she stared at her cracked phone screen, fingers trembling, rereading the desperate message she sent. The message was simple, humiliating, and never meant for anyone powerful or important. "Hi, sorry, wrong number maybe, but do you have spare diapers tonight?" She pressed send before courage disappeared, heart pounding louder than her crying baby nearby. The room smelled of cheap detergent, cold formula, and panic she couldn't explain. Her name was Lily Carter, 27, single mother, abandoned quietly, without dramatic goodbyes. Bills covered the small kitchen table, folded like threats waiting to be opened. Her son Noah whimpered softly, tiny fists curling, diaper-soaked beyond anything usable. The store down the street was closed, and payday was still 3 days away. Lily checked her phone again, already regretting sending that message to a stranger. She expected silence, or worse, cruel laughter typed by someone bored and judgmental. Instead, 3 dots appeared, vanished, then appeared again on her cracked phone screen. Her breath caught as a reply finally arrived, short, calm, and unexpectedly gentle. "Are you safe right now, and where are you located?" the message asked plainly. Lily frowned, confused why a stranger would ask something so serious so quickly. She typed back slowly, explaining her situation, apologizing repeatedly for bothering them. Noah cried louder, hunger mixing with discomfort, his small face turning red with strain. Lily bounced him gently, whispering promises she wasn't sure she could keep anymore. Another message arrived instantly, carrying a strange authority she couldn't identify yet. "Stay where you are. I'll make sure help arrives tonight," the stranger wrote. Her chest tightened, suspicion battling hope she hadn't allowed herself to feel recently. She almost laughed, shaking her head, assuming this was some elaborate, cruel joke. Still, she replied with her address, embarrassment burning hotter than desperation ever had. She placed the phone down, focusing on Noah, trying not to expect anything. Outside, rain tapped the window, matching the anxious rhythm inside her chest. 30 minutes passed, then 40, and Lily began feeling foolish for believing. Then headlights swept across her living room walls, stopping directly outside her building. A black SUV idled, impossibly clean for her worn-down street, engine humming softly. Lily froze, heart racing, clutching Noah closer as someone knocked firmly outside. She hesitated, fear rising, wondering if trusting a stranger was her biggest mistake. The knock came again, polite yet commanding, echoing through the thin apartment door. Lily opened the door slowly, prepared to apologize, explain, or beg if necessary. A well-dressed delivery man stood there, holding multiple bags, expression calm and respectful. "Lily Carter?" Lee asked, confirming her name with professional certainty. She nodded, stunned, barely able to speak, as he stepped forward carefully. "These are for you and your child, from someone who cares," he said softly. He handed her bags filled with diapers, formula wipes, groceries, even warm blankets. Lily's knees nearly buckled as tears streamed freely, relief crashing over her suddenly. Before she could ask questions, the delivery man stepped back, toward the waiting SUV. "Who sent this?" She called out, voice shaking, needing to understand this miracle. He paused, glancing toward the SUV, then met her eyes seriously. "All I can say is your message reached the right phone tonight," he replied. The SUV pulled away silently, leaving Lily standing barefoot, crying into Noah's hair. She closed the door, overwhelmed, staring at the supplies like they might vanish. Her phone buzzed again, another message from the unknown number, appearing quietly. "I hope tonight is easier for you and your son." The message read simply. Lily typed back thank you messages, words inadequate for the gratitude flooding her chest. She asked who he was, why he helped, what she could ever do. Minutes passed without response, leaving questions heavier than the bags beside her. Across the city, in a glass tower glowing above the skyline, a man stood silent. He stared at Lily's address on his private phone, jaw tight, eyes dark with memory. The phone she texted belonged to a man whose name reshaped markets with one decision. And tomorrow morning, Lily would unknowingly walk straight into his world. Morning sunlight crept through thin curtains, revealing boxes of supplies stacked beside Lily's couch. Lily barely slept, replaying last night repeatedly, questioning whether kindness like that truly existed. Noah giggled softly, clean and fed, wearing a fresh diaper that felt unreal. She checked her phone again, hoping for another message, but the screen stayed silent. Lily dressed quickly for work, exhaustion heavy, gratitude mixing strangely with lingering fear. Her job paid minimum wage at a downtown hotel. Cleaning rooms, others barely noticed. She kissed Noah goodbye, leaving him with a neighbor who watched children for cash. Outside, the city buzzed indifferently, unaware her life had tilted overnight, unexpectedly. On the bus ride, Lily clutched her phone, rereading the stranger's calm messages repeatedly. She wondered what kind of person helped without asking for praise or recognition. At the hotel, whispers filled the lobby, employees buzzing nervously, managers pacing urgently. A luxury conference was happening today. Executives everywhere, tension thick, like expensive cologne. Lily grabbed her cleaning cart, keeping her head down, avoiding attention, like always. As she worked, she noticed security everywhere, suits moving briskly, voices low and serious. One room assignment changed suddenly, her name written hastily on the updated clipboard. She was assigned the penthouse floor, a place she'd never cleaned before. Her stomach tightened, knowing mistakes upstairs carried consequences far heavier than downstairs. The elevator ride felt endless, soft music clashing with her rising anxiety. When doors opened, marble floors gleamed, reflecting her worn shoes embarrassingly. She pushed her cart quietly, reading room numbers, heart beating faster each step. One penthouse door stood open, voices inside, sharp, irritated, unmistakably powerful. Lily hesitated, then knocked gently, announcing housekeeping with practiced politeness. A tall assistant waved her inside without looking, phone pressed tightly to ear. The room was massive, floor-to-ceiling windows overlooking the entire city skyline. A man stood near the window, back turned, posture rigid, voice low and controlled. "We lost billions because nobody listened," he said. Anger restrained but unmistakable. Lily moved silently, cleaning surfaces, trying to remain invisible among wealth and tension. Her phone vibrated suddenly in her pocket, startling her in the quiet room. She froze, color draining from her face, realizing she forgot to silence it. The man turned slowly, eyes sharp, gaze locking onto her instantly. Time seemed to pause, as recognition flickered across his face briefly. Lily apologized quickly, fumbling words, mortified, heart racing uncontrollably. "It's fine," he said calmly, voice familiar in a way she couldn't place. She nodded, lowering her head, resuming work with trembling hands. The assistant whispered something urgently, handing the man a tablet filled with headlines. Lily glanced accidentally, seeing his name repeated across financial news articles. Her breath caught as realization struck harder than anything she'd felt before. This man wasn't just wealthy. He was the billionaire everyone feared and admired. His name was Ethan Blackwood, CEO of Blackwood Industries, known worldwide. Lily's knees weakened, mind racing back to the mysterious texts from last night. The calm authority, the immediate help, the private number, suddenly made terrifying sense. Ethan noticed her pale face, connecting pieces silently, expression unreadable. He dismissed the assistant with a glance, leaving the room unnervingly quiet. "You seem unwell," Ethan said, voice softer now, dangerously attentive. "I'm fine," Lily whispered, lying badly, wishing desperately to disappear. He studied her closely, then glanced briefly at her cleaning cart. "Did you receive help last night?" he asked carefully, almost casually. Her heart pounded violently, feeling exposed, uncertain how much he truly knew. Lily swallowed hard, nodding slowly, tears threatening to betray her composure. Yes, she said quietly, shame and gratitude colliding painfully inside her chest. Ethan exhaled, turning back toward the window, jaw tightening visibly. Sometimes, he said, messages reach us for reasons we don't expect. Lily stood frozen, realizing he knew everything, every humiliating detail. Her phone vibrated again, a new message lighting up the screen. She looked down instinctively, seeing his name saved under unknown, staring back. Ethan turned, meeting her eyes directly for the first time fully. "I think we need to talk," he said, tone calm but impossibly heavy. At that moment, the penthouse doors burst open with executives demanding his attention. Ethan glanced between Lily and the crowd, making a decision instantly. "Clear the room," he ordered sharply, authority cutting through the chaos. Everyone obeyed without question, leaving Lily alone with the city's most powerful man. Her hands shook uncontrollably as the doors closed, sealing her fate inside. Ethan stepped closer, lowering his voice, eyes locked onto hers intensely. "Tell me why you texted that number," he said quietly, dangerously sincere. Lily opened her mouth, tears finally falling, knowing this answer could change everything. Lily's voice shook as she explained Noah's hunger, the closed store, and her empty wallet. She avoided Ethan's eyes, expecting judgment, termination, or security escorting her out. Instead, silence stretched, heavy, broken only by distant traffic humming below. Ethan listened without interrupting, hands clasped, expression carefully guarded against visible emotion. "When my mother needed diapers," he said quietly. No one answered her messages. Lily looked up slowly, startled by the unexpected vulnerability in his controlled voice. He turned slightly, revealing tired eyes carrying memories money never managed to erase. She texted neighbors, charities, relatives, even strangers, and received nothing but silence. Ethan swallowed, jaw tightening, the billionaire suddenly looking like a wounded son. "She promised me things would change," he continued. Then she worked herself sick. Lily felt tears return, understanding blooming painfully between them without further explanation. "When your message appeared," Ethan said softly, "it felt like history, demanding correction." She hugged herself, ashamed yet relieved, realizing kindness sometimes wears expensive suits. "I never expected you," Lily whispered. "I just needed help surviving one night." Ethan nodded, respecting her honesty, appreciating dignity beneath her exhaustion. "Survival is not weakness," he replied. "It's proof you haven't surrendered." A knock interrupted gently, an assistant reminding Ethan of waiting executives downstairs. Ethan dismissed him again, eyes never leaving Lily. Priorities clearly shifted. "I can't erase your struggles," he said, choosing words carefully, deliberately. "But I can offer opportunity without charity or obligation," he added calmly. Lily stiffened, fear returning, wary of invisible strings tied to generosity. "I don't want pity," she said firmly, surprising herself with newfound courage. Ethan smiled faintly, respectful, recognizing strength that matched his own relentless drive. "Neither do I," he replied. "I want partnership built on earned trust," he explained. "A new program, funding childcare, education, and fair wages for employees." Lily listened, stunned, realizing her message sparked something far larger than diapers. "This begins today," Ethan said, "and I want you helping shape it." Her breath caught, overwhelmed by responsibility, opportunity, and the weight of choice. "Buy clean rooms," Lily said honestly. "I'm not qualified for corporate decisions. You're qualified to understand reality," Ethan answered, voice firm with conviction. Outside the penthouse, rumors spread quickly, employees whispering about unexpected closed meetings. Within hours, an announcement echoed across the hotel, silencing every hallway. Blackwood Industries launched a national initiative, supporting single parents employed nationwide. Reporters flooded entrances, headlines exploding, analysts scrambling to understand the sudden shift. Lily watched from a quiet office, Noah asleep nearby, heart pounding with disbelief. Ethan joined her, placing a badge gently on the desk between them. It read, "Program Advisor." Simple words, carrying life-faltering weight. "I don't deserve this," Lily murmured, tears blurring her vision again. Ethan shook his head slowly, unwavering, correcting her with gentle certainty. "You deserve dignity," he said, "and the chance to change others' lives." Days later, Lily stood before cameras, reluctantly, sharing her story without names. She spoke of desperation, unanswered messages, and unexpected compassion, crossing invisible divides. Viewers nationwide listened, hearts opening, donations and applications flooding company websites. Ethan watched from afar, refusing interviews, letting actions speak louder than legacy. Months passed, Lily balancing motherhood, work, and advocacy with growing confidence. Noah took his first steps in an office hallway filled with laughter. One evening, Lily found another message on her phone from Ethan. "Thank you for trusting me with your truth," the message read simply. She smiled softly, replying with gratitude, no longer wrapped in desperation. The wrong number became the right connection at the exact moment both needed it. And sometimes the smallest message rewrites destinies powerful money alone never could.